Wow, the Suicide Squad is begging me to pre-order it. Oh my god, it comes out. Oh my god, the second. Oh my god, it comes out tomorrow. Oh my god. You got worse graphics than Batman Arkham Knight. Oh my god. Suicide Squad. Moving on. Let's see. I wish I could take that shit off my fucking screen, but I can't. Oh well, we got to deal with it. Likely, you're probably listening to me away from your device, but yeah, you're better off listening to the Suicide Squad ad here. Pre-order now. Get the gay ass Joker, the only effeminate character in the entire game. Nice. Anyways, let's like I said, let's move on. We talking about Alan Woke 2. Yes, Alan Woke. I didn't make a mistake. Alan Woke 2 update 1.15 adds chapter select turns down scares or tunes down. Yeah, this is by Jordan Middler. Article by him. The website is Video Games Chronicle. Okay, Alan Woke 2 has got some updates. Chapter Select, I don't give a shit about. I never gave a fuck about Chapter Select. I like to play shit from start to finish, you know. That's what I do. I've never cared about Chapter Select. So adding that is weird. So they never had it in the beginning. That's stupid. Because there are people I'm pretty sure there's people that utilize this Chapter Select. Turns down scares. Yeah, you can have the option to tone down jump scares. There you go. That was a mistake on his part. He meant tones down scares. Fucking pansies, man. I'm telling you. You playing a fucking horror game, right? You playing a goddamn horror game. And you're complaining or you're talking about it's too scary when it's a fucking horror game. If I eat hot chips, I expect it to be hot. I'm not going to bitch about it's too fucking hot. If it's too hot, I'm going to stop eating them early. It's that simple. But I'm not going to be like, oh my God, it's too hot. Even though I bought some hot chips. No, man. That's like me watching porn and I said I'm bitching and moaning because I came too fast because the scenes look too fucking sexy. They look too fucking hot. So tone down the sexiness in this porno video. Please tone it down. Please. I knew what I was getting into when I bought the DVD, but come on. What the fuck? I'm all for making things accessible for everybody to enjoy. I get it. But come on, man. This is a fucking horror. Alan Wake is a horror game, okay? At least the first one is. And I heard that Alan Woke 2 was actually more scary than the first one. So, wow. So this was in a patch to tone down the fucking scares. Yes, Alan Woke is for PS5 and Xbox Series and a PC. And there's no physical copies available, so that's just proof that all digital media is around the fucking corner. Some more Suicide Squad shit, PS5. It says the update, which includes a much requested chapter select option. Okay, so I told you people still use it. Also gives player the choice to turn down or tone down some of the game's more visceral scares. This goddamn sirens, man. I'll stay right next to a fucking firehouse. or fire department, if you will. Oh my God. Life in the city, man. So yeah, it says the update also includes the much requested option to tone down the horror flashes. The developer wrote in this vlog, the horror flashes. He looks like a shill. If I'm wrong, I can accept it. But yeah, let's move on. In practice, this means fewer flashes of gory imagery or loud screams directed at the player. What the fuck? Don't play the game. This game is actually for you. If it's too fucking scary, it's not for you. Damn. Won't you fucking play Little Nightmares then? Shit. Man. Or watch A Nightmare Before Christmas or something. Come on, man. Too scary of a fucking horror game? This is insane. Remedy is also working on a 2 paid Alan Wake 2 expansions. Okay. The first, Night Springs, is currently scheduled to be released in the late spring of 2024, while the second, The Lake House, has yet to receive a release window. So Alan Wake 2 is receiving 2 expansions. My favorite DLC to buy is expansion packs. I fucking love them. Second to that is characters. Holy shit. Oh, these are the patch notes here. I don't think I'm going to read this shit. Yeah, something should have fixed post launch. You know how these developers, I like to release the game half fucking assed. Because they can. So we just patch it later. Yeah. Ridiculous. This is nothing. This is not even nothing to even be read, man. It's not worth being read at all. Damn, it's a lot of fucking patches. What the fuck? Fix the issue. Fix this issue. Fix this issue. Well, if you're interested in these Alan Wake 2 patches, you can actually pause the video and read it yourself. I'm not gonna read this shit. This is a PC here. Not many patches needed for PC to be fixed. For the PC version. Can't even fucking speak right. Audio and haptics. Blah, blah, blah. Visual patches. Oh, shit. General visual polish. Wow. Yeah, I heard this was scarier than the first one. That's what I heard. Right, that's what I read, rather, so. Yeah, it's no point reading them fucking patches, man. So, yeah, that's it. I thought there was more to be said in this article. Oh, my God. Should I or shouldn't I? No, I don't want no notifications. Fuck y'all. Of news. Anyway, should I tackle this shit review? This is a fucking review. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a much better game than we expected. Oh. I got a strong feeling I should read this article, and I'm going to listen to myself. I'd like for this person to show me that it's a great game. I mean, prove to me that it's good. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm seeing is fucking slopping bullshit and fucking pandering to non-gamers. That's what the fuck I see. Let me say, and a deep breast and a deep assassination of Harley Quinn, and she sounds like a 40-year-old smoker. Get the fuck out of here, man. So let's read this article here. It's by, oh, he's a creative director. Of course he's going to say it's good. This is even fucking better. The Arkham story comes to a close in a graphically gorgeous, really? If somewhat uneven closing chapter. He says it's graphically gorgeous. Compare it to Batman Arkham Knight and come back at me saying you agree with this guy. Okay? Fuck out of here. They look like fucking bubblegum figures. Look at that. Pure plastic. Action figures look more detailed than this shit. Look at that shit. He says, when you make the greatest trilogy of superhero games ever, the wait for your next game is going to be excruciating for fans. Yeah, if you're anticipating it. That's the situation Rocksteady found itself in with Suicide Squad Kills Justice League. I can't believe I'm reading this shit. A sequel of sorts to the Arkham games. Suicide Squad is burdened by not only the expectation of those waiting a decade for a new game from Rocksteady, but also the uneasy mood following some less than impressive pre-release showings and an industry-wide live service fatigue. That's why it came as such a surprise that not only is Kill the Justice League far more enjoyable to play than expected, but it also has a genuinely excellent story at its heart and a level of graphical quality that in some scenes is genuinely industry leading. Got to get my bearings here right quick. So excuse me. Holy shit, man. I'm pretty sure his favorite part of the game was when Harley Quinn grabs the ass of the race-swapped Deadshot. Pretty sure it was his favorite fucking scene. What's this, wrestling? He had a SmackDown. God, I do not like wrestling. So anyways, it's not perfect. There are plenty of live service skin grafts that feel implemented by C-suite suits rather than developers, and a level of repetition in mission content that's disappointing. But it's far from the legacy-ruining disaster that so many feared prior to launch. Oh, so it's not a legacy-ruining disaster. Oh, okay. It's going to be the greatest fucking game of all time. Oh, joy. I can't fucking wait. Oh, look at this shit. Look at this face of Harley Quinn right quick and fucking tell me, look at this shit. Tell me that this is the same Harley Quinn that was in Batman Arkham Asylum, that was in Batman Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. Look at that face. Tell me that's the same Harley Quinn. Okay, so let's move on. I started a joke. Oh, I didn't laugh yet. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is set in Metropolis, home of Superman, years after the events of the Arkham games. Oh, so that's going to be the excuse. Are you trying to say that Harley Quinn looks older, Chrome? Yes. Well, it happened years after the Arkham games, so yes, she's going to look older. Let's continue with this article. Not only are those games canon, holy shit, but the game goes out of its way to explain why Batman is still around following his sticky end at the conclusion of Arkham Knight. My question is this. Years passed. Okay, fair enough. What happened to Harley Quinn's ass and tits during those years? Did she order a deep breasting or a deep ass surgery? I want to fucking know. What the fuck am I missing here? And if she did, why? Apparently, she didn't want to wear an old suit from years ago when she was in Arkham Asylum, pleasing Mr. J. And what the fuck happened to Poison Ivy? She was resurrected 10 times uglier than she was previously. I would have committed suicide then and there, seeing myself in the mirror if I was Miss Ivy, Pamela Isley. Poor Pamela. All right, Superman's big bad, Brainiac, is taking over the world and has enslaved several members of the Justice League. With no one to turn to, Amanda Waller, the ugly fucking bitch, by the way, played by the always excellent Deborah Wilson, enlists Harley Quinn, King Shark, Captain Boomerang, and Deadshot to form a not-so-elite fighting team. The catch? If they destroy her, a bomb in their heads will cause their skulls to part ways with their shoulders. That's what she actually said in the game. If you disobey me, I will flick this switch and your heads will part ways from your shoulders. So do not disobey me, you understand? An obvious question, and one that's addressed by the game, is how are you going to make your 4 characters, 2 of which have no real superpowers, take down the Justice League? And while they have a bit of help from Wonder Woman, I'm about to cry. Wonder Woman looks absolutely fucking terrible. She looks like Wonder Man. That's what she looks like. The game is forced to come up with 3 fairly simple contrivances as to why Superman is taking damage from your machine gun. Would you be shocked to hear it's kryptonite? No. Because that's the only way you could take down Superman is kryptonite. That's the only way you can beat him. So it's not shocking that it's loaded with kryptonite. Hell, even I can beat Superman with fucking kryptonite. I, who was a not fighter, can beat Superman. As long as I have some fucking kryptonite on me. Okay, it says, this aside, the story is great and totally fits in the Arkham universe. Rocksteady makes the smart decision to not over-explain who the Justice League is or how the threads exactly bind the Arkham games to this. You know who Superman is. You know who Green Lantern is. This sounds like an introduction to a kid show. I had to crack. Metahumans existing in the fairly grounded world of Arkham doesn't feel like the stretch it perhaps did when the original game was released 15 years ago. Oh my God. Yep, they got to show that man's crotch. Look at his crotch. Ooh, zoom in on the crotch. The biggest through line between the games is Harley Quinn, who who in retrospect is a natural fit for a protagonist in an Arkham sequel. The character's mostly the same one that spawned infinite cosplays from the Arkhamverse, but she's grown. She's post-Joker. And if you're going to play the game single player, which you absolutely can, she's the one we'd recommend focusing on. Yay, they're single player! Woo! Woo! Hey, neighbors! This game has single player! Woo! I don't think they give a fuck. So, when it comes to the game's sense of humor, oh God, your mileage may vary. It's a much funnier game than we expected, and while we feel it sits just before the Borderlands event's horizon of quipping to the point of bleeding ears, your tolerance may be lower. Crucially, it feels like the decision was made to make the team a bunch of lovable losers rather than edgy, which was the correct one. Right, they're not edgy, they're a bunch of losers. Okay. Tonally, it is far closer to James Gunn's campy Suicide Squad rather than David Ayer's Cat House Rejects interpretation of the group. The feminism version. God, these are ugly ass women in this game. Damn. Look at Wonder Man. Look at this shit. Look at the Wonder Man here. Look at that shit. I made a video talking about how they look. I made a video about this. I made a vlog, a screen catcher vlog that you see right now. Talking about this shit, man. Okay, the numbers go up. Suicide Squad Kills Justice League is a third-person shooter with traversal mechanics that are similar to that of Sunset Overdrive or Infamous Second Son. Don't you fucking dare compare Infamous Second Son to this fucking game. You're facing waves of enemies, all of whom have damage numbers exploding off of them, and you're flying across the city using each of the characters' unique locomotion methods. It's like playing fucking Spider-Man. Harley can whip through the sky using a bat drone. Boomerang can use the special Speed Force. King Shark can leap tall buildings in a single bound. And Deadshot has a jetpack. Ooh, a jetpack. Thankfully, shooting feels great, if not very technically challenging. It's challenging to read this fucking article. There's a huge number of enemies, so they'll all go down rather quickly. There's a mechanic wherein using a melee attack on an enemy will recharge your shield, but we found that we didn't need to rely on it much. The game's weapons are where the strange remnants of a Half-Life service ambitions. There are several different tiers to loot. However, you're given legendary weapons so quickly that 4 of the tiers below it instantly become irrelevant. There's no sense of build up in loot whatsoever. Then, fairly soon after, you're given special weapons based on other DC characters, which serves as end-game loot. Feels like you could easily cut out half of the loot rarities and not affect the game. It means that when stuff drops from enemies, there's no incentive to look at it because you probably already have something great, or you're about to go up in an entire tier during the next mission. La 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 la. Connect the tears. La 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 la. Get better weapons. La 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 la. Okay, so the biggest issue with the game, we got an issue. And one that we and our co-op partners pointed out before we even finished the second chapter is just how repetitive and short the missions are. Largely, you're sent to an area to clear out some baddies and either shut down a battery or shoot something big and purple. Not only is that pretty dull, it's also what you're doing on the side missions too. Meaning that beyond some character dialogue, nothing about the main story missions feels main. The missions are also incredibly short. More than once, we finished the mission before our partner could even get to the mission area. There are a few unique highlights, like a brilliant Batman themed mission near the start, but these are few and far between. The amount of times you have to do some variation of defending a truck as it scoots along a preset path is maddening. I played a mission last night playing True Crime Streets of New York City. That was pretty fucking fun. I love shooting the canisters to stop the truck from moving. And says, bitch, where the fuck you going? I need to question your ass. But I digress. It feels like it was decided that these missions had to fit anywhere on the map, and thus the actual objective couldn't be too tied to where you are or what you're doing. They almost feel like Destiny strikes quick, no thought excursions to try out your new weapons on the way to something bigger. The issue is that something bigger never really materializes, which is a shame from the studio behind classics of the genre like the Scarecrow missions of the Arkham days. Yeah, it's almost like they're half-assing now. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. For all of our expectations around Suicide Squad Kills Justice League, what we didn't foresee was that we'd be confidently proclaiming that it's one of the best looking games in years. They gotta be trolling at this point. They gotta be trolling. They have to be fucking trolling. Somebody said that this game looks like, in order to play, you have to tone down all the graphics on your PC to damn near zero just to play the fucking game. That's what it looks like. And I do wholeheartedly agree with him. His name is Asmongold, by the way. Ridiculous. The headline act is the facial animation, which is genuinely industry leading. There are scenes where it looks like very slightly digitally altered video footage of actors rather than CG renders. The range of expression on each of the characters is startling, with so much being conveyed by the widening of eyes or the curling of a smile. It adds so much to already excellent performances. I gotta say this. I do like the direction of motion capture in the face with the characters to full-blown CGI. Because that's what Mortal Kombat 11 did over 10. So I actually like the direction that they did with going full motion capture and shit like that. So you feel like you're actually playing a real person as opposed to a CGI character. So kudos to that. They should keep that up. But moving on, Look at Shark Man, whatever his name is. What the fuck? He's played by this wrestler named Samoa Joe. If y'all are familiar who he is, he got famous in TNA back in the early 2000s. Fantastic performer though. So he's playing this shark character, dude. Okay, so that's it. What? We some kinda. What the fuck he's talking about? Anyways, Suicide Squad Kills Justice League is much better. It's a much better game than the marketing would have you believe. Is that so? It's enjoyable. Let me stop. It's enjoyable both alone or with friends. It's probably more enjoyable with friends. And it's the best DC story in the game since the last time Rocksteady was in town. The mission repetitiveness and the strange decisions around loot are definite downsides, but this is not the story of a once great single player studio being destroyed by a live service Gruffrey feared. The writing is great, and the humor, if you have room left in your life for banter, is enjoyable. The game is absolutely gorgeous. With facial animations that are as good, if not better, than literally anything else on console to date. Batman Arkham Knight would like to have a word with you, sir. Hell, even Batman Return to Arkham needs to have a fucking word with your ass. Okay? The live service elements that remain are a shame. But otherwise, Suicide Squad Kills Justice League is an enjoyable and worthwhile experience that brings Rocksteady's Arkhamverse to a close in style. So basically, Suicide Squad Kills Justice League is a visually stunning anti-hero romp that's fun to play, even if the things you're actually doing are somewhat repetitive. Rocksteady's Arkhamverse comes to a close in style without fully succumbing to the live service demons. So the only downside to this is repetitive missions, expensive microtransaction costumes. Oh shit. That does fucking suck. The good thing about it is extremely visually impressive. Arkhamverse characters get a 15 farewell. Gunplay is enjoyable. Smart use of DC Comics lore for the end game. And great writing. Woo! Okay. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I say or anyone else say about this game. Whether it's nitpicking or constructive criticism, it doesn't fucking matter. If how many reviews or rave reviews this game get, if you're going to want to buy it, you're going to buy it regardless. Right? Right. My thing is this. Don't get your panties in a bunch when you run across a YouTube video or somebody that says this game is fucking trash and they explain it to you in great detail as to why it's fucking trash. Or why they wouldn't want to fucking touch it with a fine-tooth comb. Okay? Don't go into white knight defense mode and shit. If you enjoy the game, it shouldn't matter what nobody say about it. Right? Right. At least that's what I like to think. So, yeah, that's the end of this fucking article. and the end of my screen capture vlog. I will be splitting these articles into two in the title screen. I'm going to timestamp when I started talking about the Suicide Squad as well. So, yeah. But if you watched, listen to both articles, I really, really appreciate it. If you only listen to the Suicide Squad one, I appreciate you too. Either way, thank you for watching and have a great life and many more to come. With that being said, this is Y Chromosome signing the fuck out. Peace and love. Good health to you all. And be safe out there. Peace. I'm out.